It's me, the Matrix refugee, and admittedly, I'm not exactly having the best of days. It's rather personal. I kind of don't want to talk much about it. Although, I will talk about it if people privately message me. I'm just not. I just really don't want to get into the details here on camera because it's something that is very personal and very intimate, for lack of a better word to put it. Oh, go, ooh, she used the word intimate. Ooh, must be something naughty. No, it's it's different. It's not. It's nothing to do with that. I wish it was. That would be much more simple to deal with, I think. But I've hit a rough patch, and I'm just having a really hard time bouncing back from it. I mean, I'm holding together at least. Um, you know, kind of losing myself in routine stuff. Housework today. Yesterday I had a whole boatload of laundry to do because I had not done laundry in well, slightly over 2 weeks, which probably sounds terrible, and yeah, it kind of was. So it's good to have things that you can lose yourself in, even if it's the horrors of the commonplace, as our dear friend Howie Phil would call it. I guess if I could reference Lovecraft, I'm not so bad off. But just trying to hold things together and just try to keep my psyche above board, because it's not good. It's not pretty upstairs right now. My head isn't exactly a good place to be in right now, and probably should get out of it a little while by doing a few roleplay threads. I almost was going to have the Ramp do another vid to explain that his friend Renee is not doing well again, but we'll just say I've got to a point where I'm a bit beyond that. It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. Sometimes I get so low that even my sense of humor can't help me. And when it gets that bad, it's really bad. So keep me in your thoughts. Those of you who, those of you who have a religious bend, please keep me in your prayers. I just want a little light here. Just a little light. It might sound strange coming from somebody who, someone who writes horror and who is known to read cosmic horror stories before going to bed at night. It might be funny coming from somebody with that mindset, but, even those of us who've embraced the darkness want a little light once in a while. It's just the way it is. You can't have the darkness without the light. One helps define the other, and it's getting hard to hold that definition right now. Yeah, I'm almost crying on camera, and I'm not ashamed to do that. I mean, tears are normal. Don't let anyone tell you that it's wrong to cry. Anyone who does, I hate to say, I hate to say dope slap them till they cry themselves, but that would be wrong. But it's kind of how I feel right now. If someone's gonna jump on you for crying, they need to be reminded that tears are normal. As normal as breathing and as normal as sweating. Does anyone say, stop that sweating, or, could you hold your breath, You need tears, otherwise your eyes gets messed up. And that makes it harder to see. I'm probably mixing metaphors there, but it's a day for metaphors getting croggled, we'll say. So consequently, I've been having a little trouble writing, which is not a good thing. The days that I can't write are days that I get really messed up. I'm a writer. We write. Days we can't write, not good days. So have been losing myself a little bit in reading. I just New acquisition. I just got the Kindle edition of Uncle Stephen's Revival, which I've been eyeballing for quite a while. Almost bought the hardback used, but then the paperback edition was released this week, and I almost got that. I was going to get it if it turned up in my store where I work, but for some reason it didn't show up. Plus, the Kindle price was the same as the paperback price, so I thought, what the heck, you know, get the Kindle version, which my mom kind of approved of, because, you know, the interesting bit of sage advice she offered was, think about it. Do you want to have to dust that book eventually? I mean, eventually you have to wipe the fingerprints and whatnot off the Kindle, but that's a lot easier than dusting, I think. And it doesn't make me sneeze. So, just started reading that, and wow. Liking it from page 1. Yeah, this is a little interesting because I can't remember if he's ever written. He probably has, but I haven't read them. But I can't remember if he's ever written a story with a first-person narrator, which is rather intriguing. And when you think about it, a bit Lovecraftian. In fact, Howie Phil, amongst several others, winds up getting dedication towards the beginning, which I thought was really good. I mean, this was great. Uncle Stephen has this whole long list of horror authors who have inspired him, and I'll have to read the list because it's quite intriguing, and it's got me thinking, maybe I should be reading some of these people myself. You know, always helps to find new things to read, new things to lose myself in. Here we go. This book is for some of the people who built my house: Mary Shelley, Bram Stoker, H.P. Lovecraft, Clark Ashton Smith, Donald Wandrei, who I've not read, Fritz Leiber, August Derleth, Shirley Jackson, Robert Bloch, and Peter Straub, last of all, and Arthur Machen, whose short novel The Great God Pan has haunted me all my life. Whoa. There's almost like a who's who in classic horror and classic what the heck is going on here fiction. I mean, I've mentioned it. I had the chance to read The Great God Pan earlier this early spring, late winter. It was around the time of the flower show, I remember. Not a story that you'll long forget because it is just, whoa, what the heck is going on here, you know? It's creepy. It's extremely creepy, and it's one of those things where it's a less is more story. I mean, you know, there's weird stuff going on, but some of it doesn't get talked about because, ooh, too weird for this Edwardian era. But that, to me, makes it creepier because if you're an imaginative person, you can imagine the weird stuff going on, and it just, oh my gosh. You know? I like horror that does that. I like horror that suggests what's going on. I mean, you know, it's like the horror movies where the monster or the creepy thing shows up early, and then by the time you get to the last 20 minutes, it's like, yep, that's the creepy thing. You know, I like less is more approach just because it's, you know, it's that fear of the unknown thing. You know, it's like the thing that you don't know is more frightening than the thing you know because your brain is able to help you brace for the known, the known quantity that, you know, okay, I've dealt with this thing before. Yeah, it's awful, but we've dealt with it. It's the thing that you don't know that's really gonna mess with your head and have you thinking all kinds of, oh, what could happen, you know? So, anyway, always good to have a good book to lose yourself in when you just need to get your mind away from whatever it is that's, you know, got you tied up in knots and just questioning everything and just, you know. So, focusing on that, focusing on, I hate to say focusing on housework because that makes me sound like a boring person, and a capital B, capital P, and I don't want to be a boring person, but I guess sometimes when life is getting too interesting, all of the "may you live in interesting times" curse that I think is it a Chinese proverb or Chinese curse or something like that. I always thought that, you know, The first time I heard that line, I think I was about 10 or 12, and I was like, what? I want things to be interesting. Now that I'm a lot older, I understand the meaning of that phrase, and yep, sometimes things can get too interesting, and lately it's been a little too interesting, so. Well, I think I'm going to keep this brief. Kind of don't have a whole lot to say, because, you know, just a lot on my mind that I'm not ready to share, and or if I do share, it's going to be with somebody whom I really trust and really, you know, really feel like I can unburden my soul to, and, you know, just, you know, just, you know, just keep me in your thoughts, folks. It means a lot. So I'm gonna sign off, and that's the way it was on May 16th.